Welcome forward once again to the Tree of Life, you know. I am Jerome Sage Butler, just having some stories and reasonings as always on various issues that I know are quite familiar to you. So today's topic is going to be on the NEPHILIMS, right? The NEPHILIMS are giants, right? Whoa, immediately as I hear that, I hear the low guardian energy saying frost giants. That's a very nice one. Giants, they occupy this unusual space in human mythology. Are there mythology? It's a very big question, you know. But the Bible makes mention of the giants and how they came about. The stories that there were angels from above the firmament copulating with human women from right here on the planet. So the Asgardian coming down to have children with the Midgardian. And the children were said to be an abomination in the sight of the All-Father. It was an abomination. They were abominable, leading to some later terminology of abominable snowmen. They were abominations in the sight of God, because what they were was basically an unsanctioned copulation, right? They were huge, beyond the natural design of the planet. The sense of giants, or the wording of giant, suggesting is quantus, the amount of mineral and material energy it takes to sustain them. So giants are ravenous in their desires, and they were quite vicious in their depletion of the biological, the vegetative life forms upon the planet. Their capacities to be satisfied were multiple times beyond that of the human. Mathematically, it took maybe the amount of food to feed an entire community to feed one giant, one small human community at the time. Because we were scattered, as prehistory suggests, we were not in homogenized communities or even the heterogeneous communities of the modern age. We were in small groupings. So maybe of 300, 250, that was the standard through anthropology. Now it would take the amount of food to feed that entire village, probably to feed one giant. So the abomination came from how they devastated the vegetative universe, the vegetative space. And the Bible said when they were unable to be satisfied, they turned upon eating the humans. Because they had already had all of the flora and the fauna, meaning the plants and the animals, right? They had eaten up all of those livestock, right? So they turned on the human. The great story of what I would say Ursunabi's flood, because in the book of Gilgamesh it's Ursunabi's flood, right? Whether it's Ursunabi's flood or Noah's flood in the Bible, the Biblos, the story of Yahweh opening up the firmament and letting the great deep to come within to flood the earth was because of the giants. It is said that the NEPHILIMS' way of life had gotten so riotous, it was so decadent and grotesque and so morbid that it reached to heaven with such great distaste and great disdain. The judgment was said to wipe them off the face of the earth. Not to wipe the wickedness of man from the face of the plain, but to wipe the wickedness of the NEPHILIMS from the plain. And the great flood, as some stories suggest, did not succeed in killing all the NEPHILIMS. Because our story would suggest folklore and culture have maintained these legends of great heroes. Even in China, in 1922, there was said to be this picture of a 10-foot Nephilim. So in folklore, and mythology maintained over the ages, it is suggested that special traits of the Nephilims have survived, and that each specific culture to which they are a part of have paid homage unto them, almost trying to preserve the bloodline so as to have themselves the Goliath of the Bible, the first of 5 brothers. So the same ideation of these massive creatures coming through the Biblos has come down in history as well too, suggesting that great heroes beyond the Iliads coming into the modern time are Nephilims, are traits thereof, and an active attempt to preserve their bloodline is said to be in quantus upon the earth. So for some people, this is steeped in ancient folklore and some modern hocus pocus. It is further said in the psychic sciences that the spirits of what we call demons or evil spirits are actually the spirits of the Nephilims that still wrestle upon the earth without rest, waiting until the day of great prevalence, when all shall be set in proper order. Some say apocalypse, some say judgment, some say cataclysm. Many a times, issues, images, ideas of the Nephilims, the giants, have appeared. It's in the story of us, the Asgardian, the Midgardian, and the land of the frost giants. It is always there somewhere in our psychology, between the cracks of this plane to what we call beneath the pillars, the underworld. These creatures are said to still subsist, some requiring great sacrifices, some requiring great homage. Folklore, mythology, you consider. Humans are steeped in all of the above. It's part of our rhetoric. It's what keeps us going. You don't have to choose. Just pervade. This is Jerome Sage Butler at the Tree of Life, reminding you that you're a gift to yourself and a gift to everyone around you. Continue to be the gift you are to yourself, to your environment, and to your world.